Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Saint Seiya Saint Cloth Myth EX Alpha Dubhe Siegfried. And let's just take a quick look at the box first, as usual. We got our two-headed dragon here, which is what Siegfried is based off of. And we got Siegfried himself here, adorned in this darkish purplish black armor with a dark red jumpsuit underneath. We got the name Alpha Dubhe Siegfried at the top. We got our Saint Seiya Saint Cloth Myth EX logo down here and all these company logos, Bandai, Tamashii Nations. On this side, we see Siegfried pulling off one of his signature attacks. This is the Odin sword. And on the other side, we see the object mode for Siegfried's god robe. And again, this is based off of the twin-headed dragon. We got these nice silver spikes on the head and these silver wings, these nice glaring yellow eyes. And on the back, we see another one of Siegfried's signature attacks, the Dragon Bravest Blizzard. We got the object mode, and we got him in a pose here. Just bringing it close, and you can see the two different variations of the mask again. We got one with a chin guard and one without. And here we got our 5 different faces down here, as you can see. Now on the bottom we have Alpha Dubhe Siegfried and a bust shot of him. A bunch of words that I don't really understand. And at the top we got our classic Big Dipper. That's pretty much standard for these God Warrior boxes. We got our highlighted star right here, which is the Alpha Star, also known as Dubhe, which is where Siegfried gets all his powers. And we have Odin right here. And that's pretty much it for the box. But before we actually get into the figure, I just want to do a little bit of a talk just about mythology, basically what this character is based off of. So I did a little bit of digging, and it seems that this dragon right here, his name is actually Fafnir. So Fafnir was actually born as a dwarf, but he was extremely greedy and was eventually cursed to be a dragon. Now, he was actually slain later on by someone known as Sigurd, but Sigurd is also known as Siegfried. So I find it extremely ironic that Siegfried wears the armor that's based off of the creature that he slew in the folklore. I just find that very ironic and very funny. But enough of me rambling. Let's get on with the figure himself. So I'm just going to put the box off to the side here. The object mode first. So I have this assembled because this usually takes a while and I don't want to do it on camera. So here we have that twin-headed dragon mode. As you can see, it's this nice dark purplish black color. Got that Odin sapphire right there. Got these nice dragon claws, these stubby little feet. Got a nice little long tail, twin tail as well. Got our 2 heads with the yellow eyes and the silver spikes on the back of the head. Got these huge, nice silver wings on the back here. Just doing a quick 360. Looks very nice. And basically it rests in like a tripod position. So we got the 2 stubby feet and we got this big base right here, and it kind of just sits right there. So it's a very nice looking object mode. Way more exciting, I think, in my opinion, than Sid. Sid just had a green tiger and barely had any kind of pose to it, whereas this guy, you see the arms are different and the legs are kind of different. We got a nice curled up tail and the heads are looking off in different directions, so very nice. And let's take a quick look at the figure himself. So here we have Siegfried in this completely red jumpsuit with these die-cast feet. We got this nice long hair as well. Taking a quick look at the face. Very serious looking. We got that focus. There we go. And yeah, you might see some paint rubbing off on this. And yeah, I've had this figure for a while. So this is almost like a throwback review, I guess. You can see some of the paint from the armor is rubbing off on the figure itself. So there is an issue that I have with this figure, and that is the legs are extremely floppy, and he can barely stand as is right now. The legs, basically the hip joints and these ankle joints, as you can see, that is just ridiculous. Same on the other side, and these also spin just like that, so it makes standing him extremely difficult. I mean, just look at that. He doesn't even have any armor on him and he's tipping over. So just wait, later on when I do him armored up, I can guarantee you that he will fall over at least once. So let's go over articulation real quick. So we get it's not a ball joint, it's a hinge joint in the middle with a double swivel, one into the neck and one into the head. And then we got a ball joint at the base of the head. So he's got quite a bit of motion here. Make sure it faces forward. There we go. And we got some ball joints here in the shoulders, so you can get some nice butterfly action. You can rotate all the way around. You can hinge up to 90 before the actual ball joint in the shoulder takes over. Got a bicep swivel here. And we got a double jointed elbow. Very nice articulation. And we get a ball joint into the wrist. And we got a hinge joint on the swivel inside the forearm itself. So the upper body's fairly tight. But usually that's not the issue. He's not going to stand using his arms. So now we got an ab crunch right here. And this also extends and collapses for armoring up. Got a swivel here at the waist. Get these arms out of the way. We get legs that kick up that far and kick back that far. We get a bicep swivel here. Or thigh swivel here. And we can do the splits fairly well. We got a knee bend that goes up that far. Very nice. And we got a rotation here at the top of the ankle right here. And we also got a ankle pivot action forward that much and back that much. Pretty good. But in the middle here, it's fairly loose. That's the issue. We also got the toe pivot that goes up that far. So pretty good articulation for a figure. But like I said, I just wish that his joints were a bit tighter, because he gives me a lot of trouble. I can barely stand him. And I really need a action base to kind of make sure that he doesn't fall over, which really sucks. So, good. All right, so just give me a quick second here. I'll take all the armor off of the dragon and I'll armor him up, and I will be right back. And here we have the Alpha Dubhe God Warrior, Siegfried, all armored up in his god robe. So let's take a quick look at this guy real quick. As you can see, we got this nice dark metallic purplish black to him. He has this red, like almost jumpsuit underneath, and it really highlights the colors. There's a very nice contrast. You might hear that things are jingling around, and that's the issue that I have with this figure. Everything is kind of loose. Nothing really stays on him very well, and that's one of the bad things I don't like about this figure. And I don't know if it's just me that I won the lottery and that it's just my copy that has this issue, or if it's actually a molding issue that is widespread. So we got that nice Odin Sapphire there, and we got the dragon head on his shoulder. It's really nice. And I'll show where the other dragon head went in a second. We got this nice spiky shoulder on this side. We got the long hair here. Fairly clean design. Nothing too crazy, except for that spiky shoulder. We also got these spikes on the back, and these were basically the dragon wings, except they're kind of shrunken down and basically just become these two smaller spikes on his back. We also got these spiky forearm armor on the sides here. Very nice, very simple figure. Now let's see if he can stand, because that is the issue with this guy. His joints are incredibly loose, and I hate that about him. But we managed to get him to stand. So let's take a quick look at some of the accessories that come with him. So he's got the fists on him right there. And here we have the fists that were on him, just completely red. Dropping stuff. We got these almost two like battle pose hands. Don't really remind me of any special attack, but just that. We also have this, just this one right hand. It's almost like, it's like a pose or a hold or something. Actually, no, forgive me. There's the other one. Yeah, I thought there was only one, but there's two. So it's almost like a half open palm kind of thing. You can hold stuff there, or you can kind of maybe put that on his hip just to hold. Look cool kind of stuff. So there's that. And we also got this one pointer finger, and this is for one of his signature attacks, known as the Odin Sword. Got a little bit of a paint scratch here, it seems. Yeah, the Odin Sword, where he basically shoots this beam of light up around his opponent. It's almost like a circle that it kind of entraps them, and then it just completely obliterates them. So there's that. And he has two extra hair pieces. So he has a hair piece right here that basically has a strand of hair that's in front of his shoulder. So instead of if you look at the back here, everything's on the back. This one kind of, there's a strand of hair that goes to the front that just drapes around the front of his chest. So stand for me, please. Thank you. Come on. There we go. Okay, so there's this piece. And he also has this little hairpiece that is used for when he's wearing his helmet. And as you can see, some of the paint on the helmet is starting to rub off a little bit. But yeah, it's just that little piece right there. And let's take a look at some of the faces that come with him. So he's got the regular neutral face that's on him. We have a looking off to the right, screaming face. We got a looking straight ahead, screaming face. We also got a looking straight ahead, grimacing face. And we also got a looking straight ahead, smirking face. And we also got his helmet, which is the other dragon head. As you can see here, very nice silver spikes, yellow eyes. You can see here, this is just the mouth. Now, if you remember from my Sid video, I said that there was pretty much with these God Warriors, there was two helm variations that they could have. So this one, as you can see, has the complete jaw here at the bottom. So then it creates like a chin guard for him. Now I have this other piece right here that the bottom is now actually open. So this is more like a helm, I would think, because the chin is exposed on this one. And I'll show you kind of how to put that all together and actually change his face and put that on him. So let's do that right now. So now to put this hairpiece on, it's fairly simple. All you're gonna do is grab onto his head and just rip it right off, just like that. You can see that hairpiece comes, let's see if we can stand him. Come on, thank you. So that hairpiece is right there. So what we're gonna do is just pop that piece right off. And we can bring in this piece. And now I don't really think this will work very well with this hair that he has on him right now. So I'll show that off while he has a helm. So let's show you how to change the face. So I'm gonna grab onto this front hairpiece and just pull that right off. Now, what you're gonna do here if you just want to change the face is you're gonna pull this face piece right off and say, let's bring in the smirking face. And you see there's two big pegs right there and there's two peg holes in this middle right there, and you're just gonna peg that right in. And you get this hairpiece back and just plop that right on and we change the face. So there's that. If you wanna change so that he has a helm though, we're gonna take the front piece and the back hairpiece off. So there we go, just like that. So now I'll showcase with this new hairpiece, might as well, right? So actually it's easier to do this while this face is off. So we're gonna pop this face off again actually. So we just got the headstock with this new hairpiece. So we're gonna plop that on first. There we go. Get this dog hair out of the way. So now you can see that there's a hair piece that comes in front and the main piece of hair is still in the back. So I'm just gonna stand him right here first. Please stand. Thank you. So here we get the helm. So I'm actually gonna pop this apart. So what you're gonna do is grab onto the top piece and grab onto the bottom and just give it a little bit of a tug. Nice little wiggle here. Don't stress anything. You don't want anything breaking, of course. And it's gonna pop apart at the very back. You can see there's a peg here and there's a peg hole right there. And they're just gonna hold together just like that. Now, let's actually do the this piece, the piece without the chin guard. So what are you gonna do actually? You're gonna slip this over top of that headstock. That's why I say take the face off, because it makes it easier. So we're just gonna slip that just like that. And now at this point, you want to put a face on. So you know what, let's grab let's see here. Get the looking straight ahead, screaming face. So now we're gonna pick that face piece right on, and that helm piece kind of rests there, just like that, you see? It's kind of loose, but that's okay. We're going to take this little hair piece, if you remember from before, just like that. Now this doesn't really peg in or anything, but it kind of just sits here just like that. You see how these two little pegs on the side kind of just sit on the side of this red piece? And it isn't until that helm comes down that everything's actually secured. So we're going to bring in this helm piece again. And as you can remember, there's a peg right there in the back that's going to peg into that peg hole. And there's actually a little peg inside the helm. I don't know if you can see that right there. That's going to peg onto this hole at the top of his head. So we just got to line everything up real quick. And once everything is kind of secure, just give it a nice little press. And here we have Siegfried with his helmet all assembled. And as you can see, this one is the one that does not have the chin guard. Now, if you want to do the one with the chin guard, I'll just show you. Might as well, right? Same idea here. I'm just going to pop everything off. Pop the headpiece off, the face, I mean. Now, this other one, I'm just going to slide it over top, just like that. And take our face, peg it in, make sure that this piece is actually further out from the head, just like that. So we want that chin guard on top of that chin, just like that, as you can see. So there's that. Now, same thing, we get this little hairpiece right here. Just gonna slide that, put that right there, and grab the helm piece again. Line everything up. Just give it a little press, make sure everything is nice and snug. And here we have Siegfried with the I guess the battle type helm with the chin guard. And I think that looks really nice. So there's that. Now, just for the heck of it, I'll showcase how to change the hands. So I'm just gonna do one hand here. So we got this almost like this semi-open palm hand. And what we're gonna do is, let's do this hand here, grab onto the forearm, pull this fist right off. As you can see, we got a ball joint here. That's on a hinge joint right there, and this is also on a swivel. So there's that. And again, this is very loose, doesn't really want to stay. Stand, stand, good. Now, see, doesn't stand. Terrible. This figure is absolutely terrible. Great character, terrible figure. I just don't know what Bandai was thinking when they think that this is okay with the joints. Please stand. Thank you. Where are we? So take this fist piece, and we're just going to pop this little hand armor right off, just like that. And we're going to bring in our other hand. As you can see, there's 2 pegs on the inside here, and there's 2 peg holes in the back of the hand. Just peg that in, and all we're going to do now is bring him close and just peg that right in there. Just like that. Nice little click. So now he has a palm hand. And good. The last piece of accessory you have with this guy is a cape. And being the Alpha God Warrior, he definitely needs to look good, right? So his cape is completely white. There seems to be a little bit of blue shading on the back here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Not a lot, but it's there. Same thing on the front, a little bit of blue shading. You can maybe see that line right here, like there's shading down here. And this piece, of course, is metal. And all we're gonna do for this is spin around, get these shoulder pads out of the way a little bit, and we're just gonna hook our finger right there, pop this back piece right off, just like that. And take this new piece, we got that peg, we're just gonna pop that in right there. And here we have Siegfried with the cape. And it's nice because it actually helps him stand. There we go, just like that. And let's see if we can get him in a decent looking pose, because now we're gonna do some comparisons. So, if you guys remember from my last video, we have Zeta Mizar Sid, which is our Zeta God Warrior. And here we also have the other God Warrior, which I will be reviewing next. Beta Merrick Hagen, which is the Beta God Warrior. So that is it. So just getting these guys off the side here, hoping the Siegfried doesn't fall on me. So yeah, so that's my review of the Saint Seiya, Saint Cloth Myth EX, Alpha Dubhe Siegfried, God Warrior. He was released, I think, 3 years ago at this point, and he was not a P Bandai exclusive, so he wasn't really that expensive. But even still, he was around, I think, $150 US, so pretty hefty, but of course, pretty much all die cast, not a lot of plastic. The only thing that I wish Bandai would have done better with this guy, just this guy itself, is the joints. The joints are absolutely terrible. Completely loose. If they tighten up the joints, he would be an amazing figure. So yeah, that's just my review of the on this guy. So if you guys like the video, don't forget to click that like button, click subscribe, and turn on notifications, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye. 道を照らす命の希望